Hey there guys, welcome to Roll to Win. Today we don't have a battle report for you, so we're not calling it an actual episode. This is going to be starting off a segment that we're going to start doing that we're tentatively calling Tip of Tactics right now, where we talk about the tactics of our armies, new army books and things like that, and just generally stuff that we know and strategies that we found out through playing. So, in today's segment or episode of this segment, we have Adam and I, who you know from the videos, who are both orc players. So today we're going to be talking all about the orcs and the things that we've learned through playing.
Their wonderfulness.
They are the best army, as you can see. So anyway, I just want to preface this all through saying that we are still new to the game. Not necessarily like I've been playing for a while, but we're still both new-ish to orcs. We haven't used everything in the book. So in this segment, we're just going to be talking about what we have used, what we know, and the strategies through those that we can give to you guys. What can you tell us about, like, the war boss, per se?
Oh, I think he's pretty good. I mean, he's a war boss. He's basically the standard HQ unit, but he gets things done. I mean, he's difficult to kill at times, but
yes,
really, once again, he is an orc, so he doesn't really have much armor to him, so he can be taken down, but the fact that he has 3 wounds is very helpful.
It is indeed. Yeah, I used him for the first time in the last video we made against Simon.
Which, unfortunately, I wasn't there for.
You weren't, and man, he tore it up. I mean, part of it was Simon, I think, underestimating the power claw that he had.
Oh, the power claw.
Because he becomes strength 10,
yeah.
Which means anything that I can think of, aside from like monsters, creatures, he's going to be instant killing.
He's just going to rip right
Several
through
Simon's 3-wound warriors got instant killed by the war boss. Simon's Hive Timer got killed by the war boss. Not instantly, but through just the fact that he's wounding on 2s and Simon's not getting any sort of saves, you know?
Only 2s?
Well, yeah, because he's strength 10 versus toughness 6 or whatever, so he's wounding on 2s. So yeah, just power claws. That's what I would have to say. Power claws in anytime you can get them, I would say almost take them. Like they're.
But that's the other thing, right? You're throwing up the whole. You are most likely going to instant kill, but the thing is, you're also leaving yourself open because you're the last person to attack. So if he ends up killing you before you get that attack in, you get kind of screwed over.
So that's why I would say never. Like the war boss is good, but he's not like a Hive Tyrant or something like that where you can just leave him on his own and assume him to do well. Like he would probably do decently, but I'd say surrounded by
cannon fodder with him. You need something there to take the blows.
Yeah, surrounded by boys or knobs, I would say would be a great choice. A war boss with a unit of knobs is just
gross. Absolutely
deadly if you can get them into combat. So that's generally it about the war boss. He's just a good melee unit, not great for shooting. The Combi Scorcha I took, and it is actually, if you can get into range for it, it is great. The fact that the orcs get the stronger of the flamethrowers on their combi weapons is a big mech, who I take almost every game.
Usually, most.
Man, the custom force field, I cannot say enough good things about it.
You cannot get enough of that field.
It is, goddamn, it is the best ever. 5+ cover saves to everyone, which is awesome. It's better than the orcs save, and they always get it. I mean, aside from flamethrowers and stuff, but
yeah, and truthfully, but you know, if you give them heavy armor, but that's just more points you're sinking into the orcs.
It is, and that is almost inviting people to then shoot them with AP4 weapons, which there's an abundance of, and then that's just a waste of 10 points in orc or something like that. The custom force field, plus it's not just him; he gives it to everyone around him, including vehicles. That's why.
What's the range on that?
6 inches, which is not great.
But it's better than nothing.
And if you can get the big mech into a battle wagon, say, or a truck, say, then you're measuring it from the hull, and that increases the range by, I'd say, easily double,
True. And what if you're having, like, another truck running up beside that truck and everything inside?
It does indeed. The custom force field is 50 points, which...
How much is the mech?
The big mech is 35 points base, I'm almost positive. And yeah, like, for all that it's 50 points, I would every single time take it. I've said before that I almost consider taking 2 to make sure my entire army ends up having the custom force field.
They're just going up the field and they're just like enough inches away from each other that it's like little domes and bubbles.
Now, I have run a power claw on the Big Mac just because he's my HQ and I like the power claws. I don't know if it's a great idea. He's not the greatest in close combat. He's only 2 wounds. I think he only has maybe 3 attacks. Like it's okay, but for the points cost, I might not take it just so I can better invest those points. Orc shooting can be good if you have a lot of it.
if you're in a big group of it.
Yeah. So next up, we're going to be talking about something that Adam has wanted to try for a while now, and that is what we're affectionately calling the Jolly Burna. It's a tactic that we've seen other places, and that
I've actually never seen it, but you have.
Yes, I've seen it in action. It is absolutely killy, and that is take a battle wagon, fill it with Burnas.
let them go at it.
Yeah, it creates some sort of magic where, just basically 11 or 12, flamer templates down onto things. They will not survive that. But even if you're getting 4 hits, let's say, with the Burnas, that's 44 hits. Like, it's so long as you can catch a couple with them with that flame template, then they are just going to wreck anything they touch. But you really have to make sure they get there. That's why the battle wagon is almost necessary for this tactic.
Because it has so much survivability compared to, say, the truck.
Yeah, you could do it with a truck, but the chances are your opponent's going to be like, oh, that's filled with Burnas. I'm just going to shoot it with, a pea shooter and it'll explode. Get to your opponent as quickly as you can.
Just rush him and make sure he can't
do anything. Generally with Orks, unless you're fighting a completely dedicated other close combat army, if you get them in combat, you're going to win. You're going to roll them over.
Like Tau. Like, they can't do anything in close combat.
Yes, Tau, even Elder. Like, some of the Elder, close combat specific guys, like Striking Scorpions, Howling Banshees, I find if you get enough Orks into them, they're still going to go down. Like, you have the number, the weight in attacks and things like that you're just going to end up wrecking them.